Thank you very much. It is a pleasure to take a break from Miami to come here to Maryland, Washington, D.C. I want to thank first the National Hispanic Medical Association for this honor. I want to thank my wife who's here because she shares me with everyone in the Latin community. She puts up with the little amount of time that I have left. I am privileged to have the platform that I have in Univision because on a daily basis, I can speak to millions of Latinos and they listen, and that is something that I take very seriously. But let me tell you that education is not enough. We need advocacy. I can tell people to eat healthy, but if they go out and they can't afford healthy food, then I didn't accomplish much. I can tell them to get a colonoscopy, I can tell them to get a mammogram, but if the insurance company is not going to cover that, then I haven't accomplished much. I can do a whole show on medication compliance, and if the patient or the Hispanic, the Latino goes out there and can't afford a medication, then I haven't accomplished much. I can encourage them to go to you, to doctors, to be reactive rather than to be proactive rather than reactive. I can tell them that here in the United States, access to healthcare, it's a right. But if we look at what's going on, I think I would be lying to them. So, I have a question for you. Are we putting patients first? In this process of developing healthcare for everyone, are we putting patients first? As a physician, we spend hours, sometimes daily, sometimes weekly, trying to get therapies approved for our patients. We need to work with insurance companies, not against insurance companies. We need to work with them. When a doctor does a study in his office, let's say an echocardiogram like me, and a doctor gets reimbursed X for that study, why does it make sense for that same doctor with the same technology, with the same technician to get reimbursed 3X or 5X if he or she is under a hospital umbrella? Why do doctors and hospitals in general, the system, why do we profit more if we do more testing as opposed to, for example, keeping patients healthy? Why can patients have stats on different hospitals in terms of their mortality, in terms of their surgical complications, in terms of their success rate? Patients right now have a lot of difficulty trying to access this information, trying to decide where to go for the best healthcare they can get. Healthcare, as President Trump said, is a complicated issue. But the core answer to every single rhetorical question that I just posed here is not complicated. The reality is, for many, many, many years, we have been putting profit before human beings. And that's the reality. What is happening in healthcare today, and I'm not talking about political parties, it's been happening for a while, it's embarrassing. We're supposed to protect the vulnerable, the poor, the people that are sick and less fortunate. You know, we have the best doctors here, we have the best technology here, we have the best nurses here, the best devices here in the United States. If only we could surgically remove the greed that has metastasized throughout our healthcare system, we would also have the best healthcare system in the world. Now, despite everything that's going on, make no mistake, we physicians have the best profession in the world, and if I had to do it all over again, I would do it all over again. We're healers. And we have the unique opportunity to touch someone's life, most of the time changing that person's life on a daily basis. So my advice to all of us, insurance companies, pharmaceutical companies, doctors, hospitals, politicians, we need to send one message, and that message is patients first. It's not that complicated. Thank you very much.